All right, me and my little boy Pedro here. We're on the tail end of a journey. We went 2 hours northwest of Chattanooga to go grab an old flathead out of a 51 F1. It's rough. This thing looks like it was yard art for a long time. Flathead looks all right. It's just, it looks like flatheads normally do. Anyways, it's funny how a 2 hour trip turns into a 7 hour day. I don't think the transmission has any transmission dope in it, but it's got a lot of water in it. In my experience on these flatheads, most likely not only are the pistons probably seized to the cylinder, probably a lot of the valves are probably hung up in the valve guides as well. I imagine they're stuck, seized as well. So we'll get into it and see. All right, you can see all the squirrel debris it has in here. Squirrel, rat, chipmunk, walnuts, hickory nuts, and all kinds of other nuts. I don't even know what these little bitty things are. Some kind of tree seeds or something. But it's just inches of dirt in there. All right. Step one, vacuum your flathead. All right, so I ran the vacuum a little bit on it, and this thing is plumb filthy. I don't know how many times I clogged the vacuum cleaner up, so if y'all don't hear from me for a while, it will be evidence enough that my wife has found out what happened to her vacuum cleaner. Pretty rough. I'm gonna have to clean it off with a screwdriver just so I can find all the bolt heads on this thing. All right, I got all the bolts out. And hopefully it'll come free here now. There might. Oh. Ah, there she is. All right. Transmission is now divorced from the engine. Spider eggs. Yeah. Well, like I said earlier, transmission's got plenty of water in it. Definitely something lived in there. Like yesterday, not very long ago, something was living in this thing. I'm surprised how easily all these bolts came out, but not one exhaust manifold bolt broke off. This carburetor is like one big kidney stone. I can see the generator's full of rat's nests and spider's eggs. It's amazing to think that you can take something like this, and within a couple of months' time, you can have it running and driving and looking brand new. Just taking apart one piece at a time, putting it back together one piece at a time, replacing what you have to, fixing what you can, and just conditioning each piece, each nut and bolt, each piece, make it as best you can. If it doesn't work out, get a new piece. Well, bad news for the starter. Got it out. It's seized up tight. It ain't looking good for the starter. Flywheel teeth look good, but I ain't using the flywheel. All right, I think I've got all the bolts and nuts off this bell housing here. Pretty sure I've got it loose now. Yeah, you can see it coming apart there. Ooh, a little bit easier than I thought. You can see it's got the alignment dowels in it. And this piece is complete and appears to be unbroken, which is good. All right, I think what I'm going to do before I get this flywheel and all this stuff off here, the pressure plate and all, I think I am going to put it on my engine stand and mount it to the exhaust manifold. I'm tired of being on the ground right now. This is that manifold mount that I built. Little slider right on in there. I'm tired of looking at this big heater hose. Just old, wore out, but at least the rivets aren't all rubbed up into the flywheel. One good thing about the engine being locked up it makes the flywheel bolts easier to take off because you can't get the engine to turn. All right, I was taking this road draft tube off and I was prying on it, and the heads actually, they pried off really easily. I'm about to get the intake off, so making some progress there. So now we can see what this thing looks like. It's part of the reason why this thing won't turn over. Nothing a little honing can't take care of, I reckon. Not that bad down in there. I mean, it looks like a bunch of oil deposited over many years, but it's actually not that bad in there. I think that's going to wrap it up for the Flathead teardown part of this video. This thing is super stuck. It's going to take quite a bit of time and determination to get this thing unstuck. I'm going to let it soak with some WD-40 on the valves and the cylinder walls here for a bit. On the next video, I'll start taking off the front end here, the distributor cover, pull the front pulleys, and the water pumps, take those off. Right now I'm a little bit over it. It's a lot of work to deal with these things, and I'll get it. I've gotten others like it. All right, if you like the video, please consider subscribing and hit the bell so you get notifications whenever I post other videos. The other projects in my videos on my channel, they started like this. locked up. Nobody wanted it. I have enough determination to get it and to work through the gremlins in it. So this one right here, I can tell you, has a ton of gremlins. It is absolutely super stuck. The pistons are literally seized and fused to the cylinder walls. So I will figure that out over a little bit of time. We'll get the rest of this stuff taken off this thing and take it to the car wash and do some pressure washing. Take it over to a chemical vat and get all the parts cleaned up individually. Put a new valve train in it. Taking the valves out in these things, that's a whole nother. That takes some time. Anyways, consider subscribing. Thank you for watching.